So now let us discuss the tables of macro preprocessor. Earlier we have seen what is macro and how the expansion of the macro is taking place. We have seen various advanced directives of that, like AIF, AGO, and then local and global sort of expansion variables. Right. So now, what are we are interested to see what are the various tables which would be coming up as part of the processing. And our topic, we will restrict our topic to the introduction to the data structures only. We will not go into the details of what is macro pass 1 and pass 2 and so on. But yes, this is important, and to understand how the what are the various data structures which would be useful to you for macro preprocessor. Okay, so let us continue with this. I mean, what are the various tables which are there? First, under this category, and in this, I mean, see here there are the tables and the fields which are going to be there inside the tables are listed on the other side, right? Because of space constraint, it was difficult for me to put up everything, but please bear with this. However, I have tried to cover all the data structures in this single small board. So, okay, let us see what is this. MNT is a macro name table, and name of the macro. I mean, all the name of the macro would be present inside this data structure. And along with that, there would be various fields which are there. So, name of the table is MNT, and the name macro name would be there. Along with that, there would be number of, there are three parameters which are going to have the number, which is nothing but the number of positional parameters which are there inside the macro. Then number of keyword parameters which are there inside the macro, and the number of expansion time variables which are there inside the macro. So EV is expansion variable. Then this MNT is also going to have three more fields which are the fields of a pointer type. So MDT is a MDT pointer, right? So it's like MDTP, and then there is we are going to have KPD-TP, which is nothing but the KPD tab pointer. So KPD table pointer, KPD table pointer, that is there. Then there is one more which is SSNTP, SS tab pointer, which is SSTP. Right. So SS tab is going to be the last one. If you see sequencing symbol, which is there, sequencing symbol which is there, sequencing symbol table, SS tab, which is the last one, right? So it's going to have the MDT entry number as part of the field. Anyway, we'll see all these things. Parameter name table. There are three tables inside this which are going to store the name related information. One is MNT table, macro name table. Then PN. Wherever this N is there, you can understand that it is name table, right? So parameter name table, then expansion variable name table, and sequencing symbol name table. So it is now becoming easy for you to understand it. So there are a couple of tables, right? Macro name table, parameter name table, expansion name table, and sequencing symbol name table. Parameter name table will store the parameter name, just the names, right? Index will always start from 0, but given to some situation, you may have some number which is going to be there. But let us not go into those details. Assume that all the index pointers will be there, which is going to have some numbers associated with it. And then parameter, for every parameter, there will be actual parameter table where no mapping would be done. Right. So parameter name table, there will be parameter name. Then expansion name table, there will be expansion time variable name table, there will be expansion variable. In the previous example, I have told you there was M variable which was there, right? So expansion time variable EV. Then the sequencing symbol was, I told you there was more, right? Jump to something, some statement. So jump to some state label, that was nothing but the sequencing symbol name. So more entry would be coming up here. In the previous example we have seen. However, I'm going to give you one example and make sure that you focus upon that example, and also along with that I will give you the data structure, how it will be populated. You note down all this information so that it becomes easy for you. You will need all this information when I give you the example for that, right? So next is keyword parameter default table. So keyword parameter default table is going to have the parameter name and the default value which is going to be there. So as I said earlier, positional parameter, then keyword parameter, then default value parameter, and then the mixed one, right? So these four options we have seen, and mostly mixed one is popular. But when we want to specify that the value in the beginning itself, what will be the default parameter, then we can say that KPD tab equal to parameter name and the default value. So in this way, the information would be stored. Macro definition table, there is macro definition table which is known as MDT table. And this is the place where now the entire code would be present. So your intermediate code would be present inside this. So it will have a lot of information within that. So it will have a label, opcode, and operand. Everything in the intermediate form would be present inside the MDT. Normally, it will have the storage starting from 0. Then for one macro, it will be prepared the entire intermediate code. I mean, the code with of the macro in the intermediate form would be present inside the MDT. And if there are multiple macros, what normally is done is that we don't go for separate tables. Instead, the same MDT table would be continued with the index pointers maintained in the appropriate way, right? So it will be applied to all the data structures. So for one macro, it is going to have one index. For the another macro, the same table, but after some the first macro is finished, there will be a pointer which is going to point to the next macro, and so on. In that way, it is going to be managed, right? Then the actual parameter table is there. There is one table which is actual parameter table. So the name of that is AP tab, actual parameter table. Macro definition table, actual parameter table, it is going to have only the value. What is the actual value of that, right? So actual parameter table, expansion time variable table, EV tab, it is also going to have the value. So name of that will be present here, the value will be present here. So name and value both would be available by these two tables, right? So some of the tables are used twice, right? One is having the name and another is having the value, right? And the another case is like sequencing symbol table. Sequencing symbol table, so SS tab, sequencing symbol, and it is going to have the entry which is MDT. So it is going to refer into the MDT, the entry number for that, where it is present. Because no, that E,1, the intermediate code would be like that only, because it is going to store the indexing information, right? So I hope you have remembered this preprocessor tables. So I would say these are the various data structures which are going to be present in the macro table. And I will give you one example to populate the values inside this type of tables, right? So and with some hypothetical codes which would be there for that. Okay, so just to revise it, it is having some name tables. There are 4 name tables: MNT, PN tab, EVN tab, SSN tab. Then there are normal tables, keyword parameter default table. Then there is a macro definition table, actual parameter table. So these are all tables, right? And for which there will be some pointers: MDTP, KPDTP, and SSTP. So for the which is going to point to the appropriate table entries. So which is nothing but the indexing. It is going to have the index which will be supposed to be present inside the MN tab. So MN tab is going to have everything actually for the entire operation, right? So and MDT finally is going to have your entire code which is supposed after the processing part, right? And then the expansion variable table and the sequencing symbol table. So what I will do is I will take you through one of the example. Please note down that example along with me, or maybe what I will do is I will keep it ready and then I will put it in front of you. So till that time, wait for some time. Okay, so let us take this example to understand the data structures, how all the tables will be populated in this, right? So let's say this is an example of a macro, which is the name of that macro is clear mem, and there are 2 positional parameters x and n, and there is one keyword parameter. Along with that, there is a default value which is areg, which is associated with it. Okay, I hope that you understand there are 2 positional parameters and 1 keyword parameter which is having equal to that. This is keyword parameter and default value for that is areg. Okay, then there is one table entry which will be done with because of this m, which is nothing but expansion variable, right? So expansion variable EVN tab. No, if you can understand what is this I'm talking of, is EVN tab will be having this expansion variable m which will be entered. Positional parameter will be having x, n, and reg. So positional p and tab will be having these 3 entries, whereas EVN tab will be having this m. And don't worry about the value. The value in the EV tab will be 0 because it is going to be set as 0. EV tab will be set equal to 0. So for this 0th index, the 0th index for the EV tab will be equal to 0. Then okay, then there is some instruction move r address of array equal to 0 dot more. So what is this dot more? Dot more is sequential entry, right? So sequential table we are having that entry sequential symbol name table. So sequential symbol SS and tab will be having this name, that is label entered into it. So SS and tab will have this value more. Okay, then what is going to happen is this expression would be evaluated to some value, and again this m is incremented, and if this condition is true, it is remaining inside the loop, right? And in that way this program is going to be executed, right? So what is that what is going to be there inside the MNT entry? MNT entry will be having lot of things. So what are the values which are there is, first is MNT table entry would be the name of the macro, then positional parameters. So how many positional parameters are there? So there are 2 positional parameters, then 1 keyword parameter, then 1 EV parameter, right? So 1 EV parameter. So the first it will be clear mem, comma 2, comma 1, comma 1, and then MDTP pointer, which is going to be present somewhere inside the table, then KPDTP pointer, which is going to point to some of the value, and SSTP pointer, which is going to point to somewhere the entry which is present here, right? And there will be some more table which is going to be there, which is MDT. So MDT would be having all the intermediate representation. I mean, all the code will be converted to the I mean, there will be no variables then, right? It will be having the index referencing inside the data structures, right? And there will be some there are some more tables, which is AP tab, which is actual parameter table. So what is actual parameter here is the value that we are going to submit, right? So actual parameter will be coming up when we are calling this. So we are calling the macro clear man with the 2 parameter, one is area and 10, right? So area will be the first entry, then second would be the 10 in the AP tab, and the third would be this array. Third entry would be this array, because this is the default parameter which is going to be there in the application. I mean actual parameter table. And what will be the value inside the EV tab? EV tab will be having initially value as 0, right? So EV tab, which is nothing but M, which is going to have the initial value of 0. So what I will do is I don't have the space. So what I will do is I will rub this out and put up in front of you all the data structures on this board for this same example. So I request you to note down this before you look into the data structure after this. Okay, so please note down these values. I mean this program. Yes, so this is the complete data structure which would be there. I mean the scenario which would be present for the previous problem, that is clear mem macro with various parameters and the code which was there with one variable which was m variable I told, and then I told you that there is some sequential entry which will be there, label, so that was more, and there were 3 parameters, so x, n, and reg. So data structures above this broken line, if you see, are both constructed and used during the processing of a macro definition, while the data structures between the broken line and this firm line are constructed during processing of a macro definition and used during expansion of a macro call. And the data structure below the firm line are both constructed and used for the expansion of a macro call, right? So now this 3 name table is pretty much simple, and this name table is going to be there in between. I mean there is one table which is having the memory, I mean the name of the macro, then number of positional parameters, then keyword parameter, which was reg with some value, right? So a reg, and there was one EV variable which was this one variable, then MDTP. MDTP is MDT table pointer. So the starting address is 25, so this pointer value is pointing to this starting address, right? Then KPD table pointer. So KPD table pointer is having this address 10. So this value is actually 10, which is stored inside this MNT entry. And similarly, SS sequencing symbol table entry table pointer is going to store the value 5. So this is a data structure which is going to maintain all the information in this way, and for which in the previous I mean the screen I have told you what would be the entries inside each of these tables. right? The fields entries which are going to be there for each of these tables, right? And then what is going to be there inside the KPD table entry? There was one register with the value areg, right? So register comma and the name of the parameter comma the value of that. That was the entry which was there. And in the SS table entry, it was somewhere, let's say this 28 number is there. Right, so 28 is the place where maybe this information is required. So 5, anyway, 5 is the place where this value 28 is supposed to be there. So anyway, we'll see that. So what is going to happen is again actual parameter table. So what is actual parameter table? How is it called? Clear mem was called using area comma 10. So area 10 and then the default parameter was areg, address of reg equal to areg. So this is coming to be areg, right? And the environment variable value, which was again set with the value 0. So ampersand of m set to 0. So that was the value evtep set to 0. So how this is going to be present for a macro inside the where it will the intermediate code will be present, that will be maintained inside the MDT, right? So MDT pointer is anyway there with 25. So 25 is the place where until it amend is observed, this is the entire code for that macro. So what is that is it will start from the ampersand m. Ampersand m is going to be present at which place? So e comma 1 is the location where it is going to be there, first entry, and it is set to 0. So local set to 0, ampersand m set 0. Then there is move r and the positional parameter is 3 and which is set equal to 0, right? So what was that positional parameter? It was ampersand of reg. Ampersand of reg was positional parameter 3, right? So p comma 3. Likewise, move m dot more was there. So dot more is again having the entry. Sorry, here if it is there, move m, then positional parameter was 3. Why? Because it is what was that? Was ampersand of reg comma ampersand of x plus ampersand of m. Right, so ampersand of m was e comma 1, p comma 1 is for x, and p comma 3 is for reg. So in that way, it is going to be there, right? So then e comma 1 is set to e comma 1 plus 1. So m equal to m plus 1. And what is going to happen is the entry of the label, that is more, is going to be there in SST, right? So s comma 1 somewhere, no, this s comma 1 is the address which is 27, maybe, okay, let's say this is set to 1, this is incremented. So this is the place where the value is going to be making a jump, more the statements would be there, right? So e comma 1 set e comma 1 plus 1, so that is ampersand m set ampersand m plus 1. And then AIF is going to check whether the condition of m is greater than m is not equal to n. So ampersand of m is not equal to n, then it has to make a jump to s comma 1. So what is s comma 1? S comma 1 is at the address 28. So it is going to make a jump to this, increment this, and it will continue. It will remain inside the loop. Okay, so if I have done some mistake here, dot more thoda niche lena hoga, so please make sure that that dot more is here at e comma 1. So right. So this is how if I say here 27, I will say here 27. It doesn't make any difference, but one more instruction would be there inside the code, right? So I hope any of the statements are missing. Yes, and finally, the macro end is supposed to be done by macro end at the line number 30. So what I'm saying is, if this is for one macro, so entire code for the macro after pre-processing would be maintained inside the MDT table. If there is another macro which is coming up from, it will start its index from 31 and will start storing. Likewise, all the data structures will be making sure that no multiple macros would be handled in this way. And MNT table will be having another entry inside it. MNT table, I'm saying, right? Macro name table. So multiple macros could be there, and for which no MDT table would be common. So in this way, the entire data structures would be populated with the help of various algorithms. So pass1 and pass2 algorithms. So we are not going to go into details of what is macro pass1 and pass2 and so on. But yes, we'll stop up to this data structures and various data structures, and what are the naming conventions of the data structures and how it is populated with this example. So go through this video a couple of times. I'm sure that It is not going to be that easy run. No, it is not the way in which the books are. You will be able to understand the books. I think this is the simplest way in which I could have done this topic for you. So try to understand it and give your thought. Okay. All the best for this. Thank you.